2,000 battle droids are about to go on a death charge mission against every single clone trooper legion who are defending the entrance to a death tunnel. And inside said death tunnel is every named clone trooper captain and commander or commando from both the movies and the Clone Wars TV series. We're talking Fire, Gregor, Commander Cody, Captain Rex, Millis, the Bad Batch, Delta Squad, pilots such as Hawk, and many more troopers. Will the death tunnel be defended, or will 2,000 battle droids, commando droids, and Magna Guards manage to push their way through and decimate every clone trooper legion and all of the clone commanders? If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Now, let's go ahead and get right on into this thing. By the way, there's Geonosians too, I forgot about that. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alrighty then, boys, let's go ahead and press start right now, and the Geonosians and battle droids begin moving forward. Now, at the very beginning, with all 2,000 droids alive, it is going to be laggy, so we will be going in slow-mo once the battle itself starts. Then, as more droids die, it should get less laggy, and we can go into normal speed after that. Now, these early Clone Trooper Legion representatives out here, I don't think they stand too much of a chance. I'm hoping they get at least, maybe 200 kills. There's maybe, I don't know, 150 of them in total here. So if they can go 1 for 1 against the droids, by the way, here comes the fire and here comes the lag, then I think we'll be happy with that result. These are really just to disrupt the droids and prevent them from all launching into the death tunnel right off the bat. But again, they're probably not going to be able to do too much. They do have DC-15As, which are a very solid rifle, of course, standard issue for the Clone Trooper Army, but in all likelihood, I'm not expecting big things from these guys, and it is crazy laggy. Holy cow! Look at this, we're getting 3 FPS here. I guess we do have literally thousands of droids on the battlefield, and this is not Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, where that game can handle it, so pray for my computer, boys, because this thing is gonna start heating up. Alright, let's time-lapse so it's not just a disgusting FPS battle right now, and we'll see how the exterior clones do here outside the death tunnel. Alright, the lag has subsided slightly. We went from 3 FPS to 7. Incredible. There's still 1 clone trooper over here. What legion is this absolute Giga Chad? The 91st Reconnaissance. I mean, he is hiding behind a pillar, so there is that. But hey, he's still alive, and that's what matters. Alright, as for all of the droids that have died, yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. It looks pretty even to me. So at least the clones went tit for tat in terms of numbers that way. And now it's up to the named clone troopers. We already have a trooper here dying. That was Axe right there. You can always tell Axe because his DC-15C literally has an axe head attached to it. So our first clone trooper who was named taken down. Up front here we've got Tup as well as Waxer, heavily suppressed as droids begin to enter the death tunnel. And further back, Apo, I think that's Acklay? Yep, Acklay and Bly. Oh, there goes Waxer and Tup. Rip the dream for them. These guys are just suppressed. They're letting these droids come on in. I mean, this straightaway here is going to be a problem. I don't think we'll see major kills on the droids until they round the corner. We actually are seeing blaster fire reflected around the walls, hitting clones on the other side, which is crazy. Completely unintentional by the droids, but still kind of funny to see. Alright, these clone troopers actually do manage to get a couple of droid kills here and there, but the droids are going to continue charging on forward. At least the lag is not quite as bad. Shotgun unit right up here. Bly, get that kill. Good job, Bly. If he had managed to kill them, that would have been so tragic. At least these guys are going to get a few kills, but that's a big grenade, and that's probably going to wipe them out. Oh, they're at least unconscious or dead. It's hard to tell. Appa went flying. I think they're all dead. I don't think any of them are unconscious, sadly. Rip to the boys. All right, on to the corner around here. Now, clones that are named do have hero health, so where your normal clone trooper might have 100 to 200 health depending on the class, you know, heavy trooper versus sniper type beat, the heroes will usually have 500 to 1,000 health. Some of the commandos even have like 2,000 health. So these guys are a lot harder to kill, which makes them a lot more viable to actually defend and hold a death tunnel such as this. We got more droids rounding the corner. The shotgun unit's coming in first, which does make sense since they want to get nice and close to get some of those shots off, and they can do a lot of damage, so they're very good breach and clear units there. Our boy Boyle up here, potentially, you know, making things right after his boy Waxer died. Sadly, the droids do have cover on the opposite end of this tunnel, so it's not going to be the greatest choke point. I think further back we'll start to see major kills from the clone troopers. Bakara getting some good shots off. Who is this guy again? Ash, Lieutenant Ash. Further behind them, we have Devil and Cody back here, and then behind those boys, we've got, I think, Miller? Mixer and Thyre behind them. We've got Tethos, who is actually able to fire here, as well as Gregor, who has a DC-17M sniper, could potentially get some serious kills. Commander Louis next to him, as well as Kix. We shall see if they manage to do anything, but this could be a pretty decent area since there's a lot of backup fire. I think these three might die pretty quick since they're way up there and they could potentially get grenaded, but the guys further back might do pretty well. Why don't we time lapse for a little bit here watching this corner because the lag is still very real. Okay, that front line there is dead now, but Cody and Devil are back here, and droids are just trying to pass by them, bypass and get to the next line, which is not a bad idea, and leave guys behind to kind of pick up the pieces and just try and make motion off of their recent kills. We're back down to 4 FPS, so that is rough. I'm also noticing there are droids way up there, so bypassing the death tunnel itself and being able to get sniper fire down below, which is definitely a pretty sweet strategy by them, but they will lose some accuracy and damage fall off and things like that, and eventually they'll not even be able to make that shot further back. So, you know, it's not the best thing, but it does help a little bit. It is getting super laggy out here, as we see Louis, Gregor, Tidos, and Kix trying to defend. Let us watch. Alright, droids are blasting through here. Kix is the only one alive. Oh, Gregor's actually still alive after that grenade went off, but he's probably going to be dying pretty soon, and yep, there he goes. So now we're driving back to the next corner where we've got Wolf, Millis, I want to say? Yep, Millis, Rex, Doom. We got Thorn down here on the Z6, and they are already pile driving through droids. Love to see that. Hunter's over here, and Hawk is over this way. These droids are funneling in. Oh, I just kicked my desk really hard. Oh, shoot. All right, it's fine. I startled my cat who's sleeping on it, but that's all right. He's fine, too. Yeah, these guys are getting absolutely toasted. I think one of the big things is once the clones have to reload, they might actually be in a little bit of trouble here. That's a lot of droids coming on through and getting rolled. Love it. Further back here, we also have some guys helping out. Is this Niller? Yes, it is. As well as Fox and Neo over that way. And then even further back here, we have Gree and who is this? Jesse is firing out. And even way back here, we've got some more Delta Squad troopers with their snipers. Poppin'. Not too bad. We've got the whole crew here helping out the guys in the front lines. The droids, though, they really are blitzing through. A bunch of them just choosing to charge rather than even fight. And again, a good strategy because it distracts the clone troopers who end up firing behind, and then the clone troopers get cleaned up by the droids that are further back in the lines there. So droids are actually using some very good sacrificial tactics here against the clone troopers and managing to acquire some W's due to that. But these guys are actually still alive. There goes Captain Rex. Thorn is also dead. There goes Doom right there. So we've only got the left side boys here, and we got droid grenades going out. I would say probably 1,000 droids have died on the battlefield at this point, so maybe half of their force is still remaining. There goes Millis, there goes the rest of the boyos. Hunter is still alive, but he's on the ground. I have a feeling he's probably going to get shot up while he runs on back here. And yes, he does. He is taking some serious heat. He's got that commando health, though, so he might be able to last a little bit longer. And there's a grenade right there, so he's probably going to die pretty soon. Back here, Neo, Fox, and our boy are defending. Yikes. There goes Hunter. Hunter is gonzo. These guys also death charging on through. They're not supposed to be able to get back there. That's a gap in the defense I didn't mean to have, so those guys can get through, I guess, but the rest, we're going to stop them from doing that because that was not supposed to be an avenue you could take. But these guys are now going into the corner over there and getting shot up, while further back here, more droids perform some suppressive fire. So Fox and Neo there and Miller are getting suppressed pretty heavily, but at least they're still alive. And the very back boys back here are also getting involved too. We've got Wrecker, we've got Jet, we've got Fixer. Currently Gree and Jesse are suppressed. Grenade goes out over here. Neo is exploding alongside it. These guys dive out of the way but get shot up in the butt, literally, as they try to turn around. Oh, my boy is getting back, but he gets shot down. Okay. We are back to the final defenses over this way. We do have one E-Web turret over here. Who is it operated by? God, what's his name? Dogma? Yes, Dogma. Oh, I was right. Beautiful. And then, of course, like, you know, Crosshair back here, he has an incredible sniper rifle. Super powerful. One of the most powerful guns in the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars Galaxy of War mod. So he could get a tremendous number of kills. Of course, all these commandos over here also going to help out a lot. We could see a very good defense back this way. So let's go ahead and time-lapse a little bit right here as the droids start their attack on the final room of the Death Tunnel. Alright, first of the back clone casualties here. Gree goes down, but the rest still doing a good job defending. I will say that if these guys stop getting suppressed so quickly, we could be seeing a lot more shots out there, but they are taking on the brunt of the droid since it's a lot more space over here compared to over here where they've got a nice little corner there. The droids, though, taking some serious losses, so that's very good to see. We can see the overhead of the battlefield right now. So red are dead droids, yellow are dead clone troopers. I would say a lot of droids at this point are dead. I can't get exact numbers. I really wish you could, like in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, but this game's never getting an update again, I have a feeling, so we'll never have that. Either way, unless someone wants to make a mod for it, that would be really cool. I don't know if it's possible, though. I'm not a modder. Either way, let's watch the droid perspective for a little bit here. The grind fest is still going on with clankers getting destroyed out here. Any clone deaths? Yes, okay, so Jet has gone down. Rip, my boy, one of the coolest clone armors. We did not get to see enough of him. Oh, and Boss also back here has gone down, so another commando drops. And these troopers still over here are doing well, mainly because they have to deal with far less troopers around this corner compared to these guys who have to deal with a whole face full of troopers. At least there's a few of these Geonosian spires out here that they can hold out against. The droids still receiving a lot of casualties out this way, but it is a slower going battle right now. The FPS doesn't help, so there is that. But let's watch over here. We got Commander Keller right here, as well as ARC Trooper 5s and Echo on this, and Hunter and Devis. Yes, Devis right over there. Should be a pretty good group of clones to watch. Alright, a few losses for the clone troopers taking place here. Keller and it's either 5s or Echo. Which one is it? It was Echo, it looks like, because that's 5s right there. Down for the count. These guys over here still chilling. Everyone else still chilling. Also got Hardcase over here who hasn't even really entered the battle yet, so he's still vibing. It's going to be a long road. Maybe the death tunnel can hold here. I kind of doubt it because they're still getting shot a lot, but it is a good start to a defense right now, and hopefully they continue to hold for a long time now. Well, it might be over for the clones because major progress from the droids is happening. They killed the commandos over here. Only Hound is alive over this way. Over here we have Devis, Echo, and Hunter. Or, sorry, Fives and Hunter. Because Echo's dead. Yeah, sorry, I burped. Either way, you can always tell because Echo has the 5 handprint on him, whereas Fives does not. I used to think it was the other way around, but that's not true. Echo has the 5's handprint. It's confusing. So, yeah. Either way, these guys are probably dead fairly soon. We got 11 FPS going here, so it's still very, very laggy. But I think the death tunnel will fail. And there goes him. But we are definitely going to do this again and give the clones more reinforcements, but let's just watch them lose here. There we have it. Droid victory. Clear cut. Let's check out the losses. Red are dead clones. Yellow are dead droids. Yeah, probably a good 1,000 droids dead on the battlefield, but many more obviously still alive. I think what we're going to do is find a way to boost the death tunnel defenses for the clones. Okay, everything is now the same, except we've added a number of ARC Trooper captains to the battlefield on E-Web turrets to boost the clone commander lines in the back here. Now, the very start is going to be extremely laggy. Yet again, it's just a guarantee, you know? That's it. It's what's going to happen, sadly. But as we get through here, we'll again be able to stop doing as many time lapses and go back into normal speed. But we're going to see if the addition of these E-Web turrets can make the difference in this battlefield. Hoping for same number of kills on the exterior here. Nothing really changed here except for one E-Web turret is right here. I don't even know if this will get all that many kills. It's pretty out in the open, I would say, so it's not going to be super effective. But then the ones in the back around the choke points, I'm really hoping can pick up a number of kills and start stopping the droids in their place. The last time around, I mean, let's be fair, the clone trooper captains and commanders, they ended up doing quite well. So did the clone trooper legions on the exterior. They're outnumbered like 20 or 30 to 1 here. It's not an easy battle, but still they ended up faltering and losing. So we're hoping this will solidify as if it were glue. Let's watch. Okay, and they have defeated the exterior yet again and are moving on to the interior. That first E-Whip turret, again, not really doing too much, but that was to be expected. Once more, tons of droids dead. Actually, wait, can we check the number of kills? Okay, it got 8 kills. As long as it doesn't explode or get internally damaged, we can check the number of kills that the E-Web turrets have gotten. We have another one over here, which, is it not tall enough to fire over this? Oh no! Okay, it's basically useless then. Oh no, it is firing. Okay, cool. I was gonna move it potentially, but I also didn't want to interfere with the battle because I know people get upset with that, but it is firing now, so it seems to be fine. Let's watch these boys. Alright, a grenade finally knocks these folks out, and maybe it's just placebo, I don't know, but I feel like they're doing better. This only got 5 kills, but I feel like it really supported the front and kept them alive for longer. Again, don't know if that's true, but it does feel that way. The battle is certainly lasting longer. It's also a lot laggier. Droids are pressuring. They've killed the E-Web turret back there and over here. Let's actually check the kills on these. This one got 13. The one back here, 3. Less impressive. But it does appear as though the clones are holding better, slightly, maybe? I don't know. It's tough call, tough to say. But let's watch our boys over here. We got Gregor, Tithos, Millis, oh no, that's Louis, Kix, and then up there we got some more boys. I can't tell. It's so laggy. The only way this looks good is in 3x. Wait, hold on. Okay, we are in slow-mo, so it's just so laggy. This is crazy. Let's watch. Okay, these clones have now also perished, and we're wrapped around the corner now. Thorn is already dead. Wolf is already dead. One of these back here is already dead. It got 7 kills. This one currently has 4, so they're not really getting, like, huge numbers. There's a lot of droids on the exterior, by the way, still, which is kind of funny. I don't know if the clones are going to win this. It might just be overwhelming droids, but at the very least, we're getting thousands of droid kills over these 2 battles, so, you know, some of these clankers are going down. AI is not going to be taken over completely without a fight, but let's keep watching. Okay, well, the droids have pushed through here now, but again, the progress is much slower this time. 7 kills here, 18 kills here. This one's already dead. 5 kills here. Way back here, Clone Commandos going ham. 30 kills, 28 kills, 9 kills. This guy's got none. Crosshair's got none. Should we bring Crosshair over here? Let him have some fun, and we'll replace Tech over this way, since Tech is short range, Crosshair's long range. You know, get all our snipers over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the boys cooking. Cook, fellas, cook. We'll see if that does anything. Yeah, why not? They still cooking, boys! Still cooking! Boss here with 21 kills, Scorch with 46, we got Crosshair with 24, Seb with 37. Not bad. This fella has none. Wrecker with 11, Jet with none, and Fixer with 1. And then all the way up here, Neo has 5 still, somehow. I don't know how. He's just chilling up there. But let's go ahead and bump it up a speed, because we are actually at the point where enough droids have died where we can kind of go into normal speed, I think, and be just fine. Yes, indeed. Droids are mountain climbing. Look at that, free soloing on up there and firing downward. I don't know if it's going to be the most effective, but hey, getting multiple angles at the enemies is always a good thing to do in these battles, so I'm here for it. I think the clones might actually be capable of winning this one. They are holding out really, really nicely and managing to stop the droids. I think the extra added suppression from all of the different E-Web turrets is seriously supporting them. That is probably the biggest thing on the battlefield right now, is the added suppression from the E-Web turrets, preventing the droids from just rushing on forward and overwhelming with numbers. Even though the E-Webs back here don't have a crazy number of kills, and maybe in total the E-Webs have gotten like 100 kills on the battlefield or something like that, it's still preventing the droids from charging, allowing the rest of the clone troopers with more powerful weapons to continue to get more kills against the droids here, which is great. Why don't we go ahead and watch back here as the droids come forward. I think the clones are doing it. There's like no one left in here really. Everyone's on the exterior. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put the droids that are big chilling on the exterior back into the death tunnel here. Oop, a couple of them went in front. I'm trying to put them like over this way so they're not immediately in front of it, but that's a little hard to do with every one of them. Here we go. Boop. 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 Very nice. There's also a bunch over here. I don't know how these guys scattered like this. There's a death tunnel right here. That's all you had to go to. There was no mission atop this. All right, these like 5 are just gonna get deleted because they'll annoy me. Okay, and then these guys out here. Oh, there's a bunch out here. God dang. Hold on. Go this way. How do I get these guys in here properly? Ah! God dang it. Can I open a wall here to get them back in, or will that drive more of them out? I don't know. There's a bunch out here that are just like chilling. All right, open a wall. Let's just get these guys to go into here. Okay, yeah, more are going out, but okay, good. That's actually causing a lot of them to go in now that there's an opening here. Perfect. So we are going to get a bit of a mad dash here from the droids, I think, inward, which could disrupt the clone trooper defenses a lot with so many droids coming forward. This could be bad, actually, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once coming forward. However, hopefully these clone troopers can withstand the pressure from the oncoming droids. So far, they are getting those kills that they need to be getting, but that is a lot of droids all of a sudden coming forward. There's still more on the exterior not doing anything, which is absolutely insane, but the snipers over here are still alive, and those guys can pick off droids one by one. Boss has 71 kills, Scorch has 92, Crosshair has 78, Seb has 76, Hound has 2, this E-Web turret 11, this E-Web turret 4, Wrecker has 108, Jet with 14, Fixer with 29, Hardcase with 7, this guy's got 4, Fives has 1, none for Tech, Devis has 2, Echo has 5, Keller has none. Well, the clones are certainly making some work happen here and defeating the reinforcing droids. Let's go into fast speed here, actually, because why not? That mad dash of droids has been defeated, and now it's up to the clones to basically defend from here. And the droids do now have a pathway inwards. If they take it is another question. Let's open up another right here so they can just get in there, boys. Just get in there. All right, we're going to give the droids a countdown, all right? We're going to give them 10 more minutes to manage to get a W because they are going really slowly and I'm ready for this to end. So they have 10 minutes on the clock right now. We're going to time lapse it and watch them come in and see if they can manage to snag a W. Let's go. And there we go, 10 minutes go by, and a lot more droids did come in and perished within these walls. Crazy stuff. Wrecker with 161 kills, Jet with 18, Fixer with 34, this E-Web with 5, this one with 16, Hound with 2, Seb with 87, Crosshair with 103, Scorch with 115, Boss with 90, Keller still nothing. Echo with 5, Devis with 2, Tech with nothing, Fives with 1. We got Hardcase here with 4. No, sorry, Hardcase is here with 7, and Dogma with 4. So, absolutely insane. Clones do end up with the W, just a few droids remaining in the back, but almost 2,000 dead on the battlefield. Insane. Clones just needed a couple E-Webs to even the odds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.